Steve Oster's.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what time range did you work here at the Corps of Engineers?
Right out of service, I started here in 1950, well, yeah, 1959. I got out of service in 58. The spring of 59 I started and worked right on until 1996.
Okay, and we were talking off camera about some of the Corps of Engineers lock operators, Jerry Vandenberg. Do you want to kind of reiterate some of that?
Yeah, Jerry was came from Kewanee, started out over there, and then I guess he ended up down and taking a job down in the Illinois Waterway, and he was there a number of years, and we had a lock master position open up. Where at that time the lock masters lived in the homes. We had government homes up and down the river, and we had an opening at Apple and First. And the lock master over there, Walter Ortel, died. I'm not died. I'm sorry. He retired. He passed away now. But Jerry put in for the position, and he was selected, and went to Apple and First, the lock up there. Later on, Jim Gallenberger, who also was a lockmaster, but he was already at Little Chute Combined Locks, and Jim Gallenberger had a fairly large family, and he needed more room in the lock house. So Jerry and Jim Gallenberger and Jerry Vandenberg decided that they'd like to switch locks. So we made that arrangements, and Jerry Vandenberg moved into Little Chute Combined Lock, and Jim Gallenberger moved into the Apple and First Lock. So those are the stories about those two gentlemen that came over here from Kewanee.
What was your position in the Corps of Engineers?
Well, originally I was an administrative officer, and well, I shouldn't. It goes way back when I was a lock and dam operator right out of service, and I was over at Menasha Lock, and I spent about 3 years over there. In 1963, they brought me into the office in Appleton. We still had our project office in Appleton. From there, I became the administrative clerk and administrative assistant to Ross Plains at that time, who was a project engineer. After Ross retired and they built the office down here, we moved from Appleton project office down to the Kaukauna office here on Augustine Street. This was strictly just a boatyard at that time, but they wanted to combine the office building and the boatyard, so they built the office and got rid of all the old wooden buildings that were down here originally, the carpenter shop and all the old buildings, and made one nice metal building down here that housed everything. So from there, after Ross retired, Steve Running took over as project engineer, and they were starting to downsize, and that's when they said, gee, we're going to need a lock and dam operator supervisor. We're only down to about four or five people, and with those, with the downgrade, I became a lock and dam operator supervisor, and they got rid of the lock system, and we just operated the dams. So I was here until, oh gosh, going on 40 years. So
yeah. Well, anyway, this is a picture of the one of the last crews on the Tug Jane, I believe. Okay. All these men, I recognize some of them.
These are original operators off the Tug Jane.
Correct. Huh? He worked on the boat since he was a boy. That's Mo Jones, still alive. Jim Bamberry, of course, is gone. I don't know which one of these is the captain. One of their names is Bartles, and the other one is his last name is George. But I don't know
yeah, well, Jimmy must have been, well, he was ahead of the Fox Navigation at that time. And they were running two tugs, which was the Jane and the George D. Ryan, or George Ryan, or D. Ryan, yeah. Right, yeah. He had the two white tugs. Yeah. Then also at that time, Cook and Brown was running their tugs, which were similar. They were red color, and they had the, I think they had about 3 or 4 of those tugs.
I remember the name. Hear the names you gave me.
The
about
Junior was one of them, yeah. And the Carter and the Brown.
And the Brown.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Well, they went out of business in 1959.
Yeah, they had the last. They had finally got a steel barge. All the old wooden barges they were all made out of wood with a big steering wheel on the back. Where when they come off the Lake Winnebago, they tow them across Lake Winnebago. And when they got into Menasha Lock, the old barge would go in it, and with that big wheel and into the lock, and then the tug would go alongside. They tie off, and they go down side by side all the way down the river to Reese's Coal Company and fuel up and come back.
Okay, I didn't know
they ran 24 hours a day.
Yeah, that was neat at night. We used to live right across the street, and you'd hear them whistling for the bridge. You hear them whistling for the guard lock.
Yeah, it was a nice sound. You could hear them.
What were the whistle signals?